Hello and welcome to All Top 5s. In the United States of America, there are many different laws in the various states and counties. Some of these are outdated and even downright weird. A lot of what you hear is based on truth but twisted around by entertainment websites to sound even weirder. I'm taking an honest look at 5 bizarre laws that are absolutely true. Number 5. Arkansas. Now I had to look this one up, especially because I don't want to be going against the law. That's because in the state of Arkansas there is an official ruling that concerns the pronunciation of its name. The only correct way to pronounce it, as decreed by the government, is Arkansas. The law states it should be pronounced in 3 syllables, with the final S silent, the A in each syllable with the Italian sound, and the accent on the first and last syllables. The pronunciation with the accent on the second syllable with the sound of A in man, and the sound of the terminal S is an innovation to be discouraged. This all came about in 1881 as 2 state senators disagreed on the pronunciation. One wanted it Arkansas, and one wanted it Arkansas. The latter won and made the legislation official. Even though it is technically illegal to mispronounce Arkansas, luckily there's no punishment listed, and it's not enforced by the police. Number 4. Fort Thomas, Kentucky. In the revised pet nuisance ordinance in the city of Fort Thomas, Kentucky, there's a lot of guidance on pet animals in public and what they are and aren't allowed to do. This is fine as it helps keep the streets pleasant, safe places to be. However, this ordinance from 2001 decrees that no animal should be allowed to molest passing vehicles. Now, this legislation is ludicrous for a lot of reasons. It defines animal as any vertebrate creature other than a human being. So that could be anything from a pet kitten to a pet horse. The animal-related nuisance that the law defines is specifically worded molesting pedestrians or passing vehicles. The pedestrians bit I can understand, but when is a dog, or any other animal for that matter, going to attempt to have sex with a car or a van? And even more ridiculous is that the law only mentions passing vehicles. So if your Rottweiler fancies mounting a parked car, then that's fine. But if the car is being driven along the street, then the dog may not. And this is a law. So if you're in Fort Thomas, Kentucky and your pet mice chase after a speeding motorcycle, attempting to copulate with it, you'll be fined between $50 and $100. Number 3. Indian Wells, California. Now this one is a silly part of a serious law. In 1968, a law was passed to prevent people inhaling or drinking dangerous intoxicating substances. That makes perfect sense, and doesn't include alcohol, I'll add. But there's one extremely weird substance on the list. It's cement. Lovely, drinkable cement. The ordinance reads as follows. No person shall inhale, breathe, or drink any intoxicating glue, adhesive, cement, mucilage, dope, or any other similar material for the purpose of becoming intoxicated, elated, dazed, paralyzed, irrational, or for the purpose of changing, distorting, or disturbing the eyesight, thinking process, balance, or coordination of such person. Any such condition so induced for the purposes of this chapter is deemed to be an intoxicated condition. So, you're not allowed to drink cement even if you really want to. If you do, you'll be fined and punished as a criminal under Intoxication Acts. Bizarre as this might be, it's made even weirder by the sentence that comes after that, which states it's fine to drink cement if it's been given the okay by your doctor or your dentist. I need to ask my dentist what she thinks of that. Number 2. Kentucky. Time for another animal one. In the entire state of Kentucky, the law officially declares that you're not allowed to sell animals such as baby rabbits or ducklings that have been dyed or coloured unless you sell at least 6 of them in one go. What's more is that if you're caught selling, say, only 2 blue rabbits, you'll be fined between $100 and $500. Yeah, I'm not sure where to start with this one. I mean, my main question is why? I didn't realise that colouring baby animals was something that was done at all, nor that there was any reason it should be made illegal. Obviously I'm against cruelty to animals, and I think tie-dyeing a baby chick counts as cruel. But if cruelty is the reason it's not allowed, then why allow it for older animals? Why isn't that in the law? I think it's the specific, seemingly arbitrary numbers stated in this law that make me laugh the most. It reads thus: "No person shall sell, exchange, offer to sell or exchange, display or possess living baby chicks, ducklings or other fowl or rabbits which have been dyed or coloured, nor to dye or colour any baby chicks, ducklings or other fowl or rabbits, nor sell, exchange, offer to sell or exchange, or to give away baby chicks, ducklings or other fowl or rabbits under 2 months of age in any quantity less than 6, except that any rabbit weighing 3 pounds or more may be sold at an age of 6 weeks. Why under 2 months only? Why 6 or more animals? Why rabbits weighing specifically over 3 pounds, but only when they're 6 weeks old? And you can't even display or possess them either. I just have no idea how this law came about, but it's completely and utterly ludicrous nonetheless. Number 1. Washington. This one's brilliant, and I actually think it's quite commendable, even though it's a bit outrageous. In Skamania County in the state of Washington, the Undiscovered Species Protection Act was passed in 1969 specifically to protect Bigfoot. That's right, Bigfoot. The law describes its protection covering an undiscovered species of primate animal, variously described as Bigfoot, Sasquatch, an ape-like creature, or a subspecies of Homo sapiens. The protection provided to this mythical creature that many people don't even believe in is worded as, "Any premeditated, willful and wanton slaying, harassing, or any malicious activities upon such creature shall be deemed a felony punishable by a fine not to exceed $100,000 and or imprisonment not to exceed 10 years. A hefty punishment for harassing an unknown creature then. Of course, this law is also there to protect other human beings from being accidentally shot at or caught in a trap by people attempting to hunt Bigfoot. Additionally, with Bigfoot being something so humanoid-looking, it's reasonable to play it safe and assume that it approaches human levels of intelligence. If it was as clever as a human, as the law states, then killing it would be likened to homicide or even murder. Aside from these serious points, I just can't get over the fact that it names Bigfoot in an official piece of legislation. It's just hilarious. The part of this law that really shines for me is the closing paragraph. It reads, "In the event of slaying or capture of said creature, any and all proceeds and revenues shall be donated to a state college for future studies and or the protection of said creatures." So this basically says that if Bigfoot exists and is captured, it can't be exploited and will be used to aid research and understanding of the creature. As I say, commendable. And that's it from all top 5s for this week. There are countless laws like this all over the USA, so I'll be revisiting this topic in another video. Let me know if there are any that you think should be included in my next list. Please be polite and considerate when discussing these laws in the comments, because it really is nice to have a good, wholehearted discussion. If you enjoyed this video, please give it the thumbs up, because it really does help me out and helps other people find these videos too. You can subscribe if you'd like a new video from me every single Tuesday. And all I have now to say is peace and love to each and every one of you, and I will see you all next time on All Top 5s.